As an American about to celebrate her 6th year living the expat life in beautiful Aotearoa, nothing is more fitting than highlighting 10 of my favorite phrases that I've only ever heard in this neck of the woods. Kiwis are nothing if not ingenious in all life matters. From a DIY spirit buried in their bones, to all manner of verbal linguistics that could originate from a deeply unique island nation sitting at the bottom of the world, Liz Carlson, American expat Liz Carlson has lived in NZ for 6 years now. Kia ora mate. Wow, what a beautiful, poignant phrase. An informal Maori greeting used by many here in New Zealand. It means, be healthy, and can be used to say hello, thank you, or goodbye. Read more, yeah, nah, captures New Zealanders perfectly, Kiwi life. Moving to New Zealand has changed our lives, 15 things no one told me about living in New Zealand. A little phrase that expresses a lot, from love to welcome, to thanks and even just hello. By saying kia ora, you're truly seeing and acknowledging someone in a beautiful, simple way. Let's use it more. Grab your togs. 123 RF. When someone first told me to grab your togs, I was seriously confused. The first time I heard the word togs, it was a piping hot summer's day in Wellington with no wind, when everyone was skipping work and heading straight to the beach to enjoy this rare opportunity. I think I said, what, a good half a dozen times until someone explained that togs mean swimsuits here. She'll be right, who will be alright? Me? You? The world? Depending on the tone and or speaker, I've interpreted this to mean when things are in the gutter, actually it'll all be okay. Or, when I've cobbled together something in a very half-assed way, thinking yup, this will do. My box applied box come in all wonderful shapes and sizes in New Zealand, except in Otago and Southland where they are called cribs. It's fitting that I'm writing this from my favorite wee box on the coast where I escape to once a year to write, do some deep creative thinking and thoroughly enjoy an outdoor toilet filled with spiders the size of a small child. A quintessentially Kiwi phenomenon, a box is what I like to think of as a cobbled-together holiday house to escape to. And down here at the bottom of the South Island, we even call them cribs. Don't ask me why. Good as gold. Jonathan Cameron. Good as gold may or may not date back to New Zealand gold rush in the 1860s. Kiwi slang for cow pie. Everything is fine, all good, don't you worry mate. No worries. The delightful phrase, good as gold, peppers many a conversation here, adding a layer of depth and beauty to an otherwise very average phrase. Harking back to the gold rush era of the South Island, it's lived on in our diction to this day. Just kidding, I made that up. Hey, A question mark manifested into real life. If said at the end of a sentence, it often implies a question, like you're waiting for someone to either agree or disagree with you. Or it can mean, pardon. Nowadays, with the youths, it's almost like a filler word at the end of a sentence. For example, when you're thinking and you just say, like, heaps, to the annoyance of any adult in the vicinity. Oh, just me then? Rattle your dags, girl. Andy Jackson. Stuff you'd love to know. Which farmer come up with the brilliant Kiwi phrase, rattle your dags? I beg your pardon. I've been privileged to have this command hollered at me more than once, having spent my fair time on high country sheep stations around the South Island. Meaning, get a move on. Imagining the poo-encrusted fleece that rattles around on a sheep's bum when they run, I would have loved to have been next to the farmer who yelled out this phrase in a fit of inspiration that would live on forever. Yeah? Nah, is it yes or is it no? I'm unclear. Wait, instead of confusing the rest of the world with their flippant use of yeah, nah, perhaps New Zealand has stumbled on the most perfect answer of all, a choice phrase that conveys a softened blow of no, or perhaps can be interpreted however the listener chooses. Or meaning, yes, I agree, but actually, no, I don't, a miracle phrase, if you will, in which you can't be blamed for the interpretation. Spin some yarns. Daniel Tobin. Apparently spinning a yarn doesn't exactly mean the same thing in New Zealand as it does elsewhere. A born storyteller, I love a good yarn. Whether it's a long, fanciful, drawn-out, rather questionable story. No, Bob, I don't believe you saw Fiordland moose, or just gabbing around catching up. A yarn is phrase slowly forgotten by the rest of the world, but long-lived here in the pubs of the South Island come winter time. What up?